everybody. Hey, looky here. Welcome to the incredible, super amazing video show review. I'm Joe, the camera guy. To my right is Andy, Bundy. To my other right, way down there is
still to the right.
Well, yeah, true.
Further.
Is Bryce Hamrick. And to the far, super far right, way over there is Scott Robinson. Hey, we're all here with the NKT Productions crew, and we're going to try to start this new live thing every now and again, whenever we can, hopefully on a weekly basis, where we just talk video stuff. But for this very first time out, what we wanted to do is just kind of introduce ourselves so that y'all know who we are next time we pop up on the live stream. So, not going to waste a ton of time on this part, me being boring. I want to start off here. I'm going to start down at the far end there with Scott. I want him to introduce Scott. I want you to introduce yourself to the people, tell them a little bit of your background, and also while you're at it, tell them what you're doing down there with all that jazz on the table.
Why are you playing with the tape?
Yeah.
I'm playing with the tape. Okay. I'm Scott Robinson. I'm the video production supervisor here at NKT Productions. Been here for 4 years now. Been in video production for years. And let's just say my high school is having its 30th reunion, and I started this while in high school. So makes me old. Oh, the blue tape. Yeah.
What are you doing,
I've been doing
Scott?
everything. I've been doing everything from live production, news production, having my own video production business for a while, to doing this now, which is great. So the tape that you see here in front of me is basically a setup with the TriCaster, and they're using what's called hotspots to be able to take between the cameras. So I have set up here my record and start the stream, end the stream, playing the video clip, and then taking the individual cameras, 1, 2, and 3. So if I want to take camera 1, I'm on 1. I want to take 2, and I want to take 3.
And
there it is.
while you're talking about this, tell people, okay, so the TriCaster is what? What is that?
The TriCaster is our video production switcher that we use for doing our live streams, for doing our sporting events. Any of our live productions is produced by a company called NewTek. It's a great piece of equipment. It's one of those all-in-one kind of solutions for streaming graphics, video playback, video switching. Actually using 1, 2, 3, 4 SDI sources plus a couple 3 and 5 NDI sources. I had to sit there and think about everything like that. Just out of frame is a little monitor that's hooked up to a camera, which I don't know if you can see it.
Doesn't look like it's in our wide shot.
I don't think it's in our
not
shot.
Yeah, there it is.
And also, too,
Strategically out of
Back
it.
here.
Scott, tell them about that. That's not actually buttons you're pushing right now.
No, it's actually, as you can see, it's blue tape. So if you've ever seen chroma key, when like the newscasters and stuff like that, we actually have green chroma key on our wall. This is blue chroma key. It's actually just blue painter's tape. That I had a big roll of it.
It's sitting around here somewhere.
Right here.
Oh, there it is.
Big roll of blue painter's tape, and I'm telling the camera, disappear this, make this go away. And then there's little hot spots that get drawn on there, and you say, when you cover this up, when it's no longer keyed out, do this motion, do this command.
Nice.
So, so fun fact, trivia question for you. Why is blue or green used as chroma key and the chroma key?
I'm guessing it has something to do with skin tone.
I'm saying, too, that it's the least picked color to wear.
Bryce?
I want to think it has to do with skin tone, because skin is closest to orange, which is the opposite of blue-green.
Correct. It is definitely skin tone related. No matter what your skin tone is, the shades of blue or green that they pick for chroma key on a normal basis do not appear in the color of your skin.
Unless you're like an alien or something.
Well,
See, and that's
Or
the
you have
type of
spots.
stuff that we're gonna touch on as we do this show on and on and on and on. So,
yeah. So,
yeah,
Bryce?
Bryce.
To you, Bryce.
Also,
Yay.
NewTek, please sponsor us.
Please? That'd be
Please.
cool.
Go back to 1. Let's keep Bryce's name back in.
So, I'm Bryce Hamrick. I am a sports director, assistant director, whenever he's not directing. Also video editor here at NK Telco, going over 2 full years in contracting here, doing sports for 5, I think. if not more.
before me. So.
Yeah. Country concert is coming up in July finally, and that will be the 6th anniversary of when I first did it. So I've been contracting here since about 2015. Also been doing video for a little over 10, 12 years, somewhere in that range. Have also had my own video photo business on the side. Worked in radio, writing news, worked in live TV, floor directing, and also kind of been everybody's right-hand man everywhere behind the scenes for movies, or as a camera guy, not actual person. I don't act. I'm not good at that.
He acts up.
No, I didn't act. Boring is not fun. So I've kind of been doing a little bit of everything over the past decade plus, and been able to work with these guys for the past couple of years has been a lot of fun, and it's enjoyable doing video with people that you like that kind of have the same passion as you, and it's a lot of fun.
Well said.
Well said.
Andy, what you got going on? This is Andy Bundy. Go ahead, Andy.
Hello. Hi, I'm Andy.
I think we're over
This
here.
one. Okay. My name is Andy Bundy, and I do most of the social media here at NKT Productions. We have various brands that we work. If you see like Bob in the background here, we got Brush Pile Fishing, which is our fishing TV show. We have Catfish Crazy, which is another TV show that we do, both about fishing. We do high school sports as well, NK Telco Sports. And then our parent company, NK Telco, which is an internet cable company. And did I miss any?
Probably a lot.
Probably. Anyway, out of all those brands, I handle the social media. If you see it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, I have probably a hand in it. So that's kind of my job here. That's kind of the main thing I do. Where I also do a lot of the video editing as well, and some of that. I did go to school for broadcasting and digital media, so I am familiar with all of the.
His phone is buzzing because he is buffering right now.
No, because I just got a message from TikTok. I'm not sure if it's my personal or if it's for Brush Pile, because we're doing that casting call for the Brush Pile thing. Anyway, I do a lot. I also manage the websites here as well. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades here at NKT Productions.
Put on the hat that you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's the cool thing about this is we couldn't do what we do without everybody in this room. So
Even Bob.
even Bob. Even Bob. Bob's our lighting dummy, and he is invaluable member of this team. So
Sometimes not the dumbest one.
And
right.
And I did kind of push also to put this on Twitch because if you guys don't know me, Andy Bundy on Twitch, I'm going to promote myself because I'm on Twitch right now. But I do live streaming as well, and I've kind of gotten comfortable in that aspect. And if anybody's watching, hi, thank you for stopping in and watching. We have currently 5 viewers watching.
Woohoo!
And
Hey,
I
all
am
right.
monitoring the chat if anybody says anything.
Nice. Hopefully it's something nice.
Hopefully.
Joe, tell us about yourself.
Yes.
All right. My name.
Not that anybody cares.
Right, yeah, nobody cares. So I'm Joe, the camera guy, and I tell you, my career goes way back into the late 80s, early 90s as well. And I started off, just picking up whatever I could, wherever I could, about video and photography back then was really big. It kind of went for me hand in hand. And got my first job at TV station in North Carolina, and then just snowballed from there. I've worked on countless commercials, television shows, sporting events, both local and major league. Like did some stuff for ESPN and like Fox Sports Ohio, and doing games for the Cincinnati Reds and Columbus Blue Jackets hockey. I did some of the work for them and over the years. So I've done freelance work, and then got fortunate enough to get on here as a contractor for about a year. Are you trying to show me something?
Yes, you got a message.
I can't read that.
It says, "Hi Joe, miss you, not Scott," from Jay and Maccabee.
Oh, hey. Well, thanks. Miss you too. So anyways, got a job contractor.
What do you mean you don't miss me? I know you miss me.
Ah.
Back to Joe.
Back to me. But anyways, I contractor here for a year, and then I got hired on full time. So let's see, I've been with the company as a probably for 5 years. Well, 4.5 as a full-time employee, and so 5.5 as a contractor / employee. At this point in time, I shoot the brush pile fishing show. So it means I'm on the road a lot, traveling with Russ Bailey, the host, which is a true joy to do. I gotta say I love it. Even on the days when I'm hot and miserable or freezing my butt off, I'm pretty happy to be out there doing what I'm doing. So, and then we do the Catfish Crazy Show, which is great. And then we're looking at picking up doing some other stuff, here hopefully in the future. That hopefully will just continue to help us grow. So. And I want to go to a lot of what we're trying to accomplish through this would definitely be to just help educate people who want to know, about video production and what it takes. And we're going to, in future episodes, we're definitely going to talk more in depth about, in particular, we'll have maybe Scott or Bryce get in the truck and kind of just go over something, and kind of share that type of information. And we'll have Andy one time probably talk a lot about social media and what he does and what it means, and then I might run up a camera and why I edit. So the only downfall of that is I swear a lot. I mean a lot, and I don't. And this is live, so
it's Morse code pretty much.
It will
We have to go in and
sound
edit.
like a Springer show, or Morse code, exactly. Yeah. But hopefully the visuals will. Maybe we just won't put a mic on me.
We'll just put smooth jazz or something.
Yeah. As I'm punching my screen and pounding on the
Tyler
keyboard.
Brown's teacher just womp.
Or even better.
Right.
Then we can make up some of those. We'll shoot you in black and white, and then we'll just make up some screens with different
Perfect.
words. We'll just change it. You won't know what they say.
Right.
But what Joe says.
Right.
Joe says, "Hi, he's happy to meet you."
Not, I wish this computer would die. But anyways, going back to that's kind of like what our goal is for all this thing, and just to share some of the knowledge we have, and too, I always feel like it's fun to share some of our stories that I go home at the end of the day, like yesterday I caught a snake on my fishing pole, and I know Russ Bailey, the host of the Brush Pile Fishing, would be like cutting the line, burning the pole, nuking the lake from orbit, But I thought
That's
it was
no joke. That's like dead serious.
Yeah, he does not like snakes. So I was laughing because I caught it and I had him on the hook. I didn't see it. So I'm fishing, right? And I pulled my jig up over a log, and I must have bumped the snake. I didn't see it at first. And he jumped back and smacked that thing, and then he was hanging from my line. But that was just my own personal story fishing. It has nothing to do with this. But like when we're on the road, that's my point, is a lot of the fun stuff that we get to experience that most people just don't hear about. And I think, could be helpful to somebody, or at least entertaining to listen to. So.
And that's the thing too, being an interactive show as well as educational. We want to hear from you. As I said, I have the chat up here, and as just saying, combo editing and voiceover episode, that's what you could do. It's editing and voiceover.
Oh, yeah, without my voice.
Exactly.
We could have somebody else voice over you while you're shooting.
I want some English guy to do it.
I was going to say Samuel L. Jackson. But
I was going to say Morgan Freeman.
Oh, that would be awesome. And as I'm like red in the face, veins are bulging, you have this real calm voice in the background, voicing it over.
And Joe says, "Oh, Andy." And Andy turns around, "What? What do you need, Joe?"
But if you ever have questions about video, social media, live production, we're here for you. We have, you can ask questions in the chat. You can message us on our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't have a TikTok for NKT Productions. You're welcome.
We don't know if we want that.
But
dangerous.
Yeah, when we're going to run out of ideas at some point, so hopefully we can get some more interaction and get some of that to help us and help you.
Yeah,
and one of the beautiful things about what we do, and there's 4 of us here, and the 4 of us probably would do the same job 4 different ways.
Yeah.
And one thing that when I used to teach video production at a college that was called the Ohio Institute of Photography and Technology, and I always told my students, I said, if there's one way to do it, there's probably 5 different ways to do it.
There's only 2 ways: my way or the highway. See, I do it the right way, and these 3 do it the wrong way.
Back to See, I'm doing this from the opposite direction.
That'll learn
Normally,
ya.
He's looking backwards.
That'll
I'm looking
learn ya.
backwards. Normally,
Yeah, you've got one,
left
two,
to right,
three,
1, 2,
and it's 1, 2, 3 laid out in front of
I
us.
feel very comfortable on the highway, by the way.
Yeah, I would be too.
So anyway,
It's kind of like there's no wrong way to do something, but there's a
Right.
million right ways to do
Yeah,
it.
right,
Yes.
right.
well, sometimes
There
there's
are
wrong
some
ways.
wrong ways,
There are
yeah.
wrong ways. To do it.
Well, and for us,
Bad way.
I'm not on you.
I
so
know,
don't talk.
I don't even care.
You're off camera, you don't count.
So the and the upside is too is I'm sure we'll learn things from you all, whoever's watching. You'll see us do something, you'll be like, well, that's the dumb way of doing it. Do it this way, and which I'm all about, because I know when I edit.
Keyboard shortcuts.
Yes, I know when
Yes.
I edit, I do not use keyboard shortcuts at all. So to watch me edit is excruciating.
I taught him
know.
something a couple weeks ago that
Yeah.
was as simple as shrinking everything onto his screen. He's like, that's awesome.
It was amazing. I was
mind-blowing.
It was like watching a unicorn, with rainbows coming out of its butt.
That is definitely a rough cut desk.
Yes.
It is.
Use it for our fishing show, actually, for all of our lives inside.
Do not run your hands across it. You will have splinters.
Well, if you go, yeah.
I actually
go
have one already from.
Yeah.
Do you?
Really?
And we haven't heard that you haven't
From the
stopped.
tape yet?
You haven't stopped complaining about it since. So.
The first mention that I've ever done of it. See, this is
Which
what
means
we
he
have to
probably
put-
got right away.
back to Bryce and I. So there's us.
we
That's
go.
us. Okay, the important people
Live
here
rap.
that
Yeah.
do the majority of the work around.
Oh yeah.
Pain.
You gotta have fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
One of the key things about this business is you have to have fun doing what we do, because it gets stressful at times.
Oh,
Doing
yeah.
live productions like we do, everything you do. It's a lot.
There's so many
a producer
variables.
director I worked
Yeah.
with, she's like, it's live television, man. You only get one chance,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we do. So, gotta have fun. It can be stressful, but to realize that at the end of the day, we can still laugh and joke at each other, and
Yep.
sometimes put up with Joe.
Yeah. I wouldn't put up with me, not even for a second.
We'll get you on some more trips.
Get me out of the office.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I've been cooped up in the office, which is rare. Usually I'm gone so much. I've been cooped up in the office for like almost 3 weeks straight, it seems like, and I'm about to pull my hair out. So.
I think another cool thing about what the four of us do is that even though we're all in video production, we're all doing the same job per se, is that we all specialize. I think we could all specialize in 4 different aspects of video, where
Sure.
you're doing a lot of the show stuff, Andy's doing a lot of social media stuff. I love doing sports stuff. Like I just did my first races at Eldora last Saturday. We also filmed baseball and football and all this stuff. Scott specializes behind the board primarily doing all this live production stuff. We're doing 4 different things, but we're all working together as one cognitive piece,
Yeah.
making the show run butter smooth.
A lot of our individual strengths is somebody else's weakness.
Yeah. So we all complement each other's
Yeah.
weaknesses.
Yeah, we really do.
And that's important, I think.
And J1024 is asking, what do we guys use for editing software? Grew up in Sony Vegas, so that's what he still uses or their consumer line now and non-Vegas.
We're using the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. So Adobe Premiere is what we edit on, and then After Effects, Photoshop, all that jazz, and then
Adobe, we would also love the sponsorship.
yes, Adobe, please.
But no, and we use the entire Adobe suite,
Yeah,
like the
right.
the Photoshop, Illustrator,
Yep.
Premiere, After Effects, what have you, and then we have like our TriCaster that we use for all of our live.
Right.
So what we're using right now is not Adobe, I don't think.
No.
I don't think
No.
NewTek's
Yeah.
been
NewTek.
acquired yet.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
And
It's not Disney. They haven't
And
bought everything.
personally, before I came here and on Premiere, I'm a Final Cut Pro guy. Okay, we're all Mac based here, but I'm a Final Cut Pro guy. I would rather edit on Final Cut Pro and use Motion than After Effects and Premiere, but that's just personal preference.
And the thing about it is, honestly, a lot of them have very similar workflows that if you can learn one, a lot of the concepts will transfer over to another. So we could teach you what we know in Premiere, and you could probably find the parallels in Vegas, DaVinci Resolve, etc.
Right. Well, and that's when I used to, teach people and stuff how to edit. I told them, I said, the concept of editing a shot to another shot to music to graphics to all that is a constant. What's going to change is how you do it, what machine you do it on. You know, is it going to be from you know, back in the day it was a 3/4 inch to a 3/4 inch tape, you know, and now it's but the process was the same. You know, you're still cutting video, you're still cutting your audio and piecing it all together and then sweetening it up with other stuff. So, you know, that's one thing I tell people was back then is like that part will change. It will probably always change, you know, but. There's some basics that won't change, you know, that haven't really changed. So
There's basically, when editing, I always, a teacher for mine would always tell us, editing, what you need is the final shot. What you need is the final piece put together. You have it's like putting together a hammer and a nail and trying to build a house. Okay, it doesn't matter what hammer you use, doesn't matter what nails you use. The end goal is a house. And so the harder part is actually trying to figure out how to make the house with the tools that you have provided in front of you.
Yeah.
with duct tape, gaffer's tape, and
Yes. We could probably make a house out of gaffer's tape.
I would think so.
That's a challenge.
Maybe we should do that.
Also says just hopefully editing on digital is much faster than cutting tape now.
Some days
Yeah.
no.
There's
Some
some
days
days where it's completely backwards. You're just like,
there's some days I would give my left
Rendering.
arm for freaking tape to tape editing just to get it done without any kind
Scott
of
knows what it's like
buffering.
on a daily basis right now, editing tape versus his current computer.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there's days I would give it up. I would give every digital piece up and go with a tape to tape just to get it done and out of there. You know, ones that don't need a whole lot of sweetening. So.
No. Sorry.
I totally would.
I like digital. I like playing with digital because then you have the one client. You have the client who's like, hey, I'd like to add this shot. Do that on a tape to tape. Guess what? You're having to re-edit.
No. No, I would just set in and out and do a video overlay is what I would
Put
do.
it over top.
Re-edit all the other shots because they wanted it squeezed in. With digital, you go literally, boop.
Yeah,
The
true.
longest part is exporting.
Yes.
That's the part I would give up.
Yes. Exporting
But-
is all.
Yeah.
More comments, Andy?
Yeah, talking about sports stuff,
Hey, that's awesome.
J1024 sees YouTube is doing Games of the Week with YouTube partner commentary. Reds are playing today. Believe we're out of Ohio, looking to get into things like that on the sports side, MLB games.
Ooh. Yeah, I watch those every once in a while, and it's interesting how they do it because it's produced like a normal game, but their commercial breaks are what's different. They just have highlights of stuff from like other games throughout the week or just other MLB stuff, but it's all interactive. They have a live chat there, and it's a different production, but it's the same as if I were to watch it on ESPN or something like that. Those are fun to do, and I think.
Neat.
I wonder
if that's something that in the future that we were to integrate with. We do we experimented with live sports this winter because of
the
COVID
pandemic.
and the pandemic.
Yes.
So
I can't wait till we don't have to use that word anymore.
Use the other word.
Yeah.
Use like panini. Or,
Panini. I like that.
Yeah.
the panini.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to make us all hungry as we talk about panini.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But is it saying like it's actually doing the Games of the Week, but YouTube partners are doing the commentary? Is that how I'm understanding it?
I think
I
it's
have not
just
looked
I've not heard of it.
I think it's just a partnership with YouTube itself, and I think they have commentators that will do those games. I think they're professional commentators. I don't know
Gotcha.
where they pick them from because I never tune in early enough to know who they are.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
But it's just they pick a game every week, and right now it's the Reds versus whoever they're playing. And I saw that earlier that it's like, oh, that's this week's game of the week.
Oh,
So,
neat. Huh. I have to look. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yes,
I have to
thank
look
you.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the type of stuff we like. It's hard.
And the
Somebody
fun
cursing us?
part about those types of
No.
things is
He
trying to.
posted a link and got banned.
Oh.
No.
Timed out.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Whisper it to me, J1024.
We like to watch things like that and go, okay, how did they do that?
Yeah.
How
Right.
did they do that? You know,
Yep.
what are they using? What are they,
Yeah.
how many cameras are they using in place there? And
Well,
Gotcha.
like I'm not a huge sports fan, but I like watching like the behind the scenes stuff and how they do the sports, shows. You know, HBO used to have that one from the sidelines or whatever it was, and that, you know, you'd see the guys with cameras on their shoulders, how they're doing their work and stuff. That I like to watch. I think.
I see that when I go to baseball games and stuff like
Yeah.
that, where I see them walking around. ignoring whatever is going on to the big
Right.
screen. I'm looking at their equipment like, okay, what do you have on the back of that camera?
Yep.
What kind of wireless thing? Because I'm like, you're 400 feet from the main
Well,
studio up there, and like what I like to do, and I may even do this weekend. Like this Saturday, I'm going to a baseball game in Cleveland. I may even just do a little live there, just because I like to walk around and check out, see where the cameras are.
Yeah.
Like if I pop up on the big screen, I know within about a half a second where it was at.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
So it's cool to see just how those cameras are run, what they do directing wise during the game.
I tell you what, one of my experiences, I was doing freelance, and I was doing Dayton Dragons baseball game, and I was running the third base dugout cam. So I was at the closest to home plate. So I'm between the dugout and home plate. That's where my camera was, and I'm ground level. And I remember Edwin Encarnacion gets up to bat, and he was notorious for losing more or less throwing his bat when he swung. And he swung, and that bat come back and hit my camera. I had a viewfinder, it was up here up high instead of the one you look in that's down low, smashed it off. It's all like sparking and stuff like that. I was so mad because I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna get a free baseball bat out of this, right? Because it wasn't my gear, I didn't care, whatever. No, they take the bat and take it away. Like, what the? I almost died.
Yeah.
Where's my parade?
But did you die?
I coulda.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah. No, so
But I still should have had his baseball bat.
I think we've had a couple times directing games where we've had a baseball hit our truck, and it sounds like an explosion because baseball hitting the back of just the truck just
hollow.
We thought something just shattered, but we step outside and it's the light cover off of a little security light that just fell on the ground. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Are you kidding? I was doing Ohio Northern basketball before I started here. Got bodied because I had it under the.
You were under the basket.
Under the basket, and the guys were all running. They didn't stop.
Oh.
And I got it. There was a collision.
Ooh,
I was out of breath, but the camera wasn't hurt.
Nice.
So that's what
that happened in Sydney too.
Yeah.
One of the guys went to. I think I don't know if he went to Virginia Tech. Andre Gordon. They don't stop. I think that's the fun thing about sports is we might get bodied, we might get hip checked, but as long as I had that happen. Whoever, I don't know if it was Daniel or Isaac that was directing. They're like, "Whoa, Bryce, are you okay?" I was like, "I think so. Is the camera all right?"
Yeah, right, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't worry about
my
me.
back just popped 4 times.
Right,
but
right.
I think I got an adjustment, but yeah, the camera's fine.
4 inches shorter.
I was doing handheld camera for the camera we used then had the big umbilical cord that went to the 3/4 inch deck. Okay.
Nice.
Wright State winning the Horizon League championship game at the Nutter Center back in, that would probably be 94 and 92.
Anyways.
92
It was
and
one of
93.
those three.
92 and 90.
Yeah, we talked about
might have
this
been
before.
93, yeah. So anyway, down under the basket, and of course we're down there with all of ESPN and everybody else because ESPN is doing the game as well. And so we're looking at their stuff. We're looking at this, all these photographers and everything. We look up, there's 2.3 seconds left on the clock. And I look around and all of a sudden it's like, where'd all the other camera guys go? They're all lined up along the sides. Then I turned around. The entire student section is behind us.
Oh.
We had 2.3 seconds. So me and my assistant were like, all right, you grab that, I'll grab the camera, we'll run as fast as we can out to center court, turn around, and get them as they come towards us. 5 feet, maybe is all I got before.
Oh, my.
You made it to the baseline.
yeah, I made it there, about 5 feet, landed, got piles of people on top of me.
Oh, my.
Camera's still recording. Somebody has a copy of the tape.
It's got to be on YouTube.
It is not on YouTube.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It will be now.
Do we have anybody in
Of our millions
comments
of
that
viewers?
can digitize that for us?
Yeah.
We'll find that tape. We'll send it to you.
If you can find it, it'd be harder to find a 3/4 inch deck.
Right, exactly.
That
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you guys?
Borderline
All
obsolete.
right, more questions?
Just some chatting and
Okay.
nothing too crazy, but I don't know, how long are we
Good interaction.
doing this live stream for today? I don't remember.
Until we're done talking.
We're done
I guess.
talking.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, we've had sports stories. What's your favorite story about brush pile, catfish?
Yeah, tell
The
us
stories,
about brush pile and
fishing's a
catfish.
different animal. Because you're out fishing, you're going all over the place. What's your
It
top
is.
stories?
Jeez. Well, when I was shooting catfish last season, we were up in Sandusky, on Sandusky Bay in Lake Erie. And normally after I'm done after we finish shooting the show and we have all the material we need to be able to put a show together, you try to hop off the boat on the shore someplace and get some drone video just to sweeten up the show a little bit. And normally when I hop off the boat, I'm already looking for things like, as morbid as it is, I'm looking for dead bodies, dead animals, dead something. Usually not many live things am I looking for, because by the time I get up to shore, whatever was there would be gone. So anyways, I jump off into these rocks, and from me to 2 feet away, there's this water snake that was there. And it's funny because you see it on GoPro, you see me jump back, and I think there's some sort of obscenity or 12 that I might have uttered. And that was quite scary, because not that I'm afraid of snakes, I just like it when we all have our plenty of space. I don't like to surprise any animals, just like I don't like to be surprised. So, and then as far as, I'm trying to think for a brush pile, I guess not the best memory in the world, but had a drone go in the drink when we were down in Bay Springs, Mississippi, with Joel Harris and
several drones.
No, only 2 have gone in the drink.
Only 2.
So is that the same? It wasn't the same lake.
It wasn't
right?
the same lake.
Okay.
No, one's in. Where's the other one? I forget where the other one is. That one wasn't ours. So, yeah, we still have footage. The other one wasn't ours.
That's something we need to share.
Right. Actually, it made it into the show, the one on Bay Springs, where it just, I couldn't tell you what happened. It just lost power, went down, hit the water, and I tried to bring it back up, and it came back up, and I thought, oh, cool, it'll blow it out, and it won't get all wet. And it hovered, and Russ and the guests are racing over to try to get to it, but they just couldn't get there before it just went bloop.
They have it marked, though, so they're planning on getting it at some point.
Either that or they'll catch fish off of it. It'll be structure for, for some fish to live on. So,
Fish,
yeah, so someone will catch a big old pig off of there, and they can, or archaeologists will find it, 20,000 years from now, and be able to pull out the SD card and say, hey, this guy was pretty good at flying a drone, just not a good submarine driver. So.
What kind of storage will we have even 100 years from now? We've gone from tape to SD cards. What's going to be next?
Right, I know.
I did a project called 40 Years and 40 Minutes of the Troy Strawberry Festival. And in that, I had an hour-long 3/4-inch tape. And then there was also footage hour-long on VHS tape. And then there was an hour-long of digital SD tape. And then I had a little micro SD card, which could hold 4 hours of 4K video.
Wow.
So in that 40 years, it's gone from that.
Yeah.
to
It's getting smaller with more power.
Yes.
Yeah, because the 3/4-inch tape was about 8 inches by 8 by 5 or something like that, and it was big old,
Yeah.
And then he has to step down to a tiny little.
We slap those in our GoPros it's used for show.
Yeah, and that's one of the
4K
things.
at 60 frames a second, super high bit rate on the card. And
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, just think.
It'll be all on the cloud. Before I retire, you won't have record. I bet you will not have recording pieces of equipment. That you won't have cards, anything like that. It will be strictly in the cloud. Everything will be wireless, and you'll record and have access to it everywhere that you want to have it.
That's a good theory, because I think GoPro is starting to do something like that where it's linking. They're saving it you can record it to the GoPro's card, but you can also upload it directly to the GoPro's cloud server.
Well, hopefully
so it's like you can
Starlink
go straight
works.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Starlink.
Because
Starlink.
thinking of like the lakes that you go to and you shoot.
Yeah, I was just
there's no
saying.
signal.
Yeah, there's no signal. There's no uploading anything. I can't even get a phone call out half the time. So my wife's always asking, "Why don't you call when you go travel?" And I'm like, "Well, because I'm usually someplace so remote. There's no cell service."
We talked about you saying like, "Hey, do a live
Facebook
Right,
Live
yeah.
Facebook live shot while you're out on the boat," and you're like, "I have -2 bars.
Right, exactly.
Right now, I can't get anything."
But whenever we can, actually, it's something we try to start doing, just so y'all can see what we do out on the water and how and I'll share some of how I do out there, and I maybe save one bit just so I hold all the cards. I suppose I don't know.
Country concerts coming up, and we'll be doing some lives from country concert prior to during setup and stuff like that. Three of the 4 of us are working country concert this year. The 4th one is on vacation.
Lucky.
2 of us are happy to be doing country concert.
And I'm there for the social media.
Andy's there because he's never experienced country concert from the side that we're doing it. So
I've never experienced it from either side.
Period.
baptism by
Period on the story.
fire. So
I've experienced it twice, and
I'm so sorry.
I am so happy that.
Well, my baptism by fire was, hey, you're going to run stage camera. And Isaac's like, oh, go ahead. And I was like, okay, good thing I've been to concerts before and I know what to try and do. But
Now, just let me
it's
preface
one of the
this.
most fun things ever.
It's just not my bag to be around that many people. You know,
he's antisocial.
I am antisocial, yes.
40,000 people, beer, country
Yeah,
music.
yeah. I mean, I always said unless Johnny Cash is going to be there, I'm not interested. So, and as yet, he hasn't been since like back in the '80s, I think. So.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be an experience. It'll be good because I have some plans on how I want to do promotions, not just for NKT Productions as a brand and just kind of showing our stuff, and it gives us the opportunity to show you kind of an insider's look. Like you can look in the van, you can see the cameras that we're using and stuff like that. And I don't mind country music, but it's not something that I would choose to listen to given the chance.
Right.
And then it's just, I'm going to see if maybe we can do some tweets, Instagram. Working on the different platforms, social media is a puzzle. And I'm totally changing the subject because country. But
it's a different aspect that we're going to be able to try and integrate that into what we've done there, which is going from, it's not something that I enjoy entirely, but I love doing the video aspect
I like video
of it.
production.
Right.
And then now you're coming over from the social media side. It's like, I'm always curious to see what you think you're going to be expecting and experiencing there, because I'm like, I know what it was
stories. I went to school, I'm local here, so I've heard stories. And they're all scary. So
that's one word for it.
Yeah. What I like about it is the behind the scenes. Like, frankly, I could care less about being out in the crowd. I could care less about the artists that are there. Although there was one particular artist I wanted to meet, and that's a whole other story. And walked past artists, seen some of the artists out passing Frisbee around, stuff like that. I don't get, starstruck with that. But behind the scenes, some of the people that I work with back there, namely Live Entertainment and Pete's Big TV that do the actually provide the big screens, we get to cook out with the guys from Pete's Big TV, which is like really cool because we were nice to them, they were nice to us, and now it's become a tradition. And Live, it's like, hey man, what's going on? Hey, I've got this and this and this. Okay, what can I do to help? And we'll all help each other out, and it's fun to watch them. The people behind the scenes is all the stagehands. 50 people will show up and move set pieces and get everything ready in like 30 minutes. And then the show's going on, and you look around, and it's like, where'd they all go? They disappear.
They're really gone.
They disappear. They go somewhere, and then they come back, and they know immediately.
Yep.
And there's not anybody going, what do I do?
Right.
What do I do? Everybody knows exactly what piece of equipment they need to grab and move off the stage, which...
If
for me,
anybody
it's fun
ever
to
gets
watch.
to be backstage just as a fan, just to see how much of a well-oiled machine it is, from video to stage crew to bands and all that stuff, it's a whole nother thing when you actually get to see it. Because then 2 weeks later, I go to a festival and I get to be a fan, and I'm like, I know what's going on back there.
Oh, yeah, true.
And I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. Right now.
I want to be on this side.
I do not feel sorry for you because it is a lot of work, but it's fun
Rewarding.
at the same point.
It is
Yeah,
a sheer miracle that things like that actually go off without a hitch. A lot of times people do not realize, like the crew may say, oh, there was a mistake. All this happened. Nobody in the crowd, unless it was a major
for 10
flub.
seconds said we we took the wrong shot.
Right,
We
yeah.
had something.
In the background, it's all chaos or just be a lot of it.
20,000 people out in the crowd don't care because there's still music playing and they.
Yep, that's all they
having
care
fun.
about. And that, if you punch the wrong camera, nobody in the crowd's going to be like, oh, he punched the wrong camera.
There's like 5 people that know, and usually it's me. I'm one of them.
Usually
I'm
it's the 5 people running the cameras. That,
Right, yeah, exactly. And the director, and the director who's going, what were you thinking? Why did you do that?
get that shot. No, we missed the shot.
Because usually I'm directing, and that means I took the wrong camera.
Right. Oh, that's a good point.
So I'm usually going, why did I do that?
Right.
And then there's words that we can't repeat live that
Yes.
we're like, don't worry, Scott, we're fine. Nothing's broken.
I think this is the longest I've gone without swearing. How long have we been live?
About 42 minutes.
Really?
Because we did start right at 3, right?
No.
Yeah,
Live. Well, actually, we were live before because a shadow fell over the start button.
So we were live.
We actually were live a little bit before.
So
There
maybe.
might have been some swearing beforehand.
I think you were actually okay. 'Cause I was
Okay.
like, I don't
45.
think he said
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So.
But
there we go,
at this
fans.
moment, if you haven't already, check us out at nktproductions.net.
Yeah.
All of our social media is linked there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, which you are on, which I thank you for watching. And make sure you leave us a follow, like, whatever the platform says to do.
And
And-
gentlemen,
And let us know what you want to hear about from us in the future.
yeah. We like that. We like
if
that
you want to
stuff.
know more about Joe and his cursing and everything and listen to that and we could have some fun with it, we can do that.
I can string together a few handfuls and impress some people. I know that.
Any combination of the 4 of us, whether it's all 4 of us, 2
Yeah.
of us, 3
Yeah.
of us in any capacity. If you have like, hey, I have a question for Scott and Andy on whatever.
And maybe we'll put up maybe a little written bio for people who want to know what we specialize in. Maybe that would be
Yeah.
something we could do, and that way someone could definitely ask us a question that we could hopefully definitely answer for them. So,
For sure.
anything else, guys?
I think
There's so much more.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we gotta
we
save
could
it.
be here for a couple hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'd sit here and
But
talk.
I think for today, I think this is a good start.
I think so.
As I said, if you haven't already, click that follow button on the Twitch. If you're on YouTube, when we post this later, be sure to subscribe. And same with like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Expect the unexpected. That is NKT Productions.
Hey,
Yes.
folks, guys, thanks for joining me and being a part of everything. We appreciate you. Thanks for your hard work.
Yes.
And thank you for watching the incredible, super amazing video show review.
Peace out.